Hello, and welcome to the studio. So glad to have you here to grow. The more you learn, the more you know. Oh, so let's have fun. Create till the day's done. Our future's bright as the sun. Together victory is won. Oh, so welcome, welcome, welcome to the studio. And welcome, welcome, welcome to the studio.
It's Reno time! Hello, and welcome to Ricky's Renos. I am a craftsman that renovates old studio spaces and makes them into spectacular masterpieces. Quality is my specialty. This week, we're going to renovate the studio! Ho-ho, let's go!
I think we can get a little more organized. Maybe if we put some things up over there, maybe make some shelves, and maybe we put those paintings maybe in those little pocket sockets. Yeah, maybe.
Your studio looks terrible! It needs a Ricky Reno!
It doesn't look that bad.
Have you ever heard of open concept? We need to knock a wall down, add some recessed lighting, and hopefully there won't be costly repairs. There's always costly repairs.
Ricky, I don't want to do a
Demo time! And it's going to cost $100,000. Huh?
Hello, and welcome to the studio. It seems like we'll be going through a few changes here. It sounded like Ricky was being very intentional in what he wants to change here in the studio. Being intentional in how we create is a part of craftsmanship. Craftsmanship helps us to develop quality in our art. How's your craftsmanship?
Demo time!
Oh my gosh!
Mindful moment. Craftsmanship starts by paying attention to the details. Let's use our 5 senses to help us become better at paying attention to those details. Be in your present surroundings. Think of 5 things you can see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. Use your senses when paying attention to the details in your art. Except the taste part. Don't lick the paint. You might grow a plum on your tongue. I tried that once, and I grew a plum on my tongue. Mwah, 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 mwah.
It's time for the quick sketch. It's time for the quick sketch. It's time for the quick sketch.
You're going to need your handy dandy pencil, crayon, or marker. At the bottom of your paper, write today's date because all great artists date their work. And today we're going to draw Reno Ricky. We're first going to start off with Ricky's eyes. And so we're going to draw 2 circles. 1 circle and 2 circles. Just like that. On the inside of his eyes, we're going to draw 2 more circles. We're going to draw it on this side and this side of his eye. So I'll draw my circle on the inside and another circle on the inside. We're also going to add another curved line around the eye. Another curved line around the eye. Perfect. And on the inside of his eyes, we're going to draw some more circles. And those are just going to be the highlights. And you can go back and you can color in the black part of his eye and not color in that circle. That's the highlight. So color those in or shade them in. Whatever technique you use is just fine. And there we have Ricky's eyes. We're going to move on to those eyebrows. And so I'm going to start off with a curved line above his eye and another curved line above the other eye. To make his eyebrows thick, I'm just going to add another curved line on top and bring it down. Curved line on top and bring it down. And we're starting to see Ricky form. Next, I'm going to add Ricky's nose. And so I'm just going to add a C in between the two eyes. Check out my C. Next, we're going to draw Ricky's mouth. And so it's going to start off with a curved line. We're going to have him smiling nice and big today. So a nice big curved line. If you notice, that curved line is kind of the size of his whole eyebrow. So it came from eyebrow to eyebrow. When we make the bottom part of his mouth, it's going to be a curved line, but instead of starting all the way here and making it all the way to the other side, we're actually going to come further down and we're going to curve, and then we'll come up to the other side and make a little point there. And we'll also add a tongue for Ricky, which is just another curved line from there to there. And now we can actually make Ricky's face, draw his whole head. So we're going to start off here, and we're going to draw a circle that kind of goes all the way around. So we'll go circle. I'm taking my time right there. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to just make a quick loop to make his ear. Loop, and then I'm going to complete the circle. Just like that. It doesn't look like a complete circle. Probably need to practice just a little bit more, but that's okay. I'm still working on my craftsmanship as well. I can add an extra detail in his ear of these two curved lines. And now we can move on to Ricky's hair. So I'm going to make short little curved lines, almost kind of like a cloud. And I'm going to start on this side and go up and around all the way to his ears. So I'm going to make all those little curved lines or little loops all the way to his ears. And Ricky was wearing a nice shirt. So let's draw Ricky's shirt. At the bottom here, I'm going to make an upside down V. So it's going to go up, touch Ricky's chin, and come down. See, check out that V. And to finish off this collar, we're going to bring a diagonal line back to Ricky's face, and we'll do it on the same, on the other side, up to Ricky's face. On this side, we're going to draw Ricky's shoulder. So I'm just going to make a curved line that goes down and off my page. If you made yours a little bit smaller, you can add the actual details of his whole arm if you like. Sometimes we make our drawings big, sometimes we make them really small. Doesn't matter, you're the artist, and whatever your style is, that's totally fine. I will add the extra detail of showing his other arm and the side of his body. This other side, you can either do the same thing where you go straight down and then add that little detail here, or you can have Ricky waving, or you can have Ricky holding a tool because he's Reno Ricky, and so he should have some type of tool in his hand, and so that's what I'm going to create. So I'm going to first start off with a curved line out, then a curved line up. I'm going to move over a little bit, draw a curved line down. And notice this line came further down than this line. So a curved line down, just a little bit further down. And then I'm gonna bring a curved line in. Looks like Ricky got some nice muscles, huh? I bet he would really like that. And then I'm gonna draw a line here to show Ricky's body. And I'll connect that a little further. At the top here, I'm just gonna create a horizontal line. And now I'm gonna show him holding a tool. And so I'm gonna go up and loop. And then I'm just gonna make ovals for the rest of his fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll just connect here. And then in his hand, I'm just going to put a hammer. So I'm going to create a diagonal line that's gonna go through his hand right here. So diagonal, imagination, imagination, imagination. There we go, diagonal. And then I'll make one more. Diagonal, imaginary, imaginary. Here. I'm gonna curve out the bottom of the hammer to the other side. For my hammer, I'm gonna start off with a nice little square. An oval. And to make the bottom or the back of the hammer, I'm gonna start off with a curved line. And then I'll end up bringing that curved line back here into this line. So curved line, boom. And then I'll just connect here with 2 curved lines, curve, curve. And I'll go back because of craftsmanship. I might go back and fix a couple of things. And then lastly, we notice that Ricky has a nice tool on his ear. So we'll add the screwdriver right here. And so I'll draw 2 diagonal lines. I'll draw 2 lines that go out. 2 lines that go back in. And then I'll draw a line to connect. And there is Ricky.
Craftsmanship takes a lot of love. I take my time to make sure I get things right. Ricky's Renos, baby. Here are your new floor plans.
Okay.
We did have a few issues, though. I hate to say it, but you had asparagus all under the floorboards. We had to get it out, and it cost us another $2,000.
Well, I guess it had to get
It's
done.
gonna be beautiful, though. It's gonna be beautiful. Yes, yes, yes.
I hope so. Wait, $2,000 for asparagus? Ricky!
Many people believe that to show craftsmanship, your art has to be nice and neat. If being nice and neat is your intention, then that's okay. If your intention is to color or paint outside the lines, well, that's okay too. As long as you're taking the time to carefully think and create, you are building your craftsmanship. Who has great craftsmanship, you might ask? None other than Kei Sakamachi. Kei Sakamachi is a weaver's weaver. She creates beautiful fiber hanging sculptures as well as intricate baskets and bowls. While attending the California College of Arts and Crafts for painting, design, and silk printing, she visited a weaving room and fell in love with weaving. She spent all of her savings to buy a loom and began learning the art of weaving by making clothes and 2D wall projects. Kay would later study under Trude Gourmand-Prez, a textile artist who encouraged her to make more complex artistic projects. Kay realized she would have to push herself and use techniques that were not the norm. Double weaving, that's what they call it. She began experimenting with nylon filament hangings and weaving off the loom. Her work became an instant success, being featured in major exhibitions at the Museum of Modern Art and many others. Later in her life, she began weaving baskets influenced by her Japanese heritage. Her work is a part of many museum collections such as the Smithsonian, LA County Museum, and the Museum of Art in Houston. Kay teaches us that we don't have to color in the lines to have great craftsmanship. I wonder why craftsmanship is so important in Kay's art. Hi, Kay Sakamachi!
Hello, Ricky.
Kay, the artists want to know, why is craftsmanship so important in your art?
My grandmother, who was also a weaver, told me that I must pretend to be the thread on the loom. And in thinking that way, I would be able to do anything in weaving. She was right. Complete focus and concentration on my tools and materials and treating my art like it was a part of me has added to the quality of my work. The true magic of craftsmanship is to really love what you're doing.
Thanks, Kay! You crafted your words beautifully!
My pleasure, Ricky.
Before you go, how do you warm up a room after it's been painted?
How?
Give it a second coat! Thanks, Kay! Oh, yeah! Love what you do and be one with your tools. Okay. Hey, you gotta move that sink to the other side, pal! We got a link Lotto 11 and not listed! Let's go!
Craftsmanship deals with the quality of your work, and it's created by passion, care, and attention to detail. To have better craftsmanship, you must be more intentional or carefully put things where you want them to be. Here are some ways that you can build your craftsmanship. 1. Practice every day. The more you practice, the better you'll become at building your skills. 2. Educate yourself. Learn about other artists and techniques that you're interested in. 3. Ask for feedback. Talk and listen to someone who can give you info on how to make your work better. 4. Pay attention to the details. Carefully look at your work and make sure that it's completely finished. Being intentional is the blueprint to craftsmanship.
We're ready for the staging process. We're gonna fill the place with all the things that Lotto loves. Like me!
Project time. This project is for primary and secondary artists. For today's project, you'll need flour, salt, water, a balloon, copy paper, tissue paper, scissors, a paintbrush, and paint. Make paper mache by combining 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of flour, and 1 cup of cool water. Mix it well. Blow up a balloon. Tear up printer paper into 2-inch pieces. Cover the bottom and sides of the balloon with paper mache. Using your strips, cover the bottom of the balloon. You can also cover the sides as well, as high up as you would like to go. While wet, add layers of tissue paper on top. With a brush, add more paste on top of the tissue paper. Do this 3 times all the way around. Allow it to dry. Pop the balloon or take the balloon out. Cut the top of the bowl to make it even or to make a really cool design. You may leave your bowl the way that it is, or you may paint it. Just make sure you double check that craftsmanship. What details did you pay close attention to help build your craftsmanship? Look at previous art you created. Pay attention to the details and make sure that that work is fully completed. Once you've made sure it's fully completed, ask for feedback. Talk to someone who can help you make your work better.
It's time for the big reveal! Lionel, you wanted a studio that was warm and inviting, a place of creativity. Well, now you have it! You ready to see your Ricky right now?
But Ricky, I didn't ask you to do anything.
With an all-in budget of $120,000, here's your new studio!
It looks like the old studio, but worse. And your posters are everywhere.
Well, the money is non-refundable. Oh, why didn't I create doors in
Ricky!
here? Oh, man. Oh.
Practicing your skills, learning about other artists and techniques, asking for feedback, and paying close attention to details will all improve your craftsmanship. The quality of your work matters. It lets our viewers know that we really care about what we're doing in our work. Ricky, final thoughts?
In the words of Kei Sakamachi, try to make something in the simplest means.
We want to see your work. Send it in so it can be featured on a future episode. And as always, create to make this world a better place. See you next time.